Hey YouTuber, this is Dave, Coaster Dude, and I'm back with a story time. The story time as you're going to see under the description below, and under the what you can see, okay? And first of all, we're going to call it the Cedar Point trip in 2019. Alright? If you're new to this channel, just pause the video. Just take a minute to please leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, smash that notification bell because there's going to be some videos coming. And also, you can follow David Woody on Facebook and Twitter, and dwoody4785. And also, I want to subscribe to Angie and Chuck show from Angie and Chuck. And also, I want to subscribe to Matt Reno, Rustic Adventures, Coaster Guy 101, and Mr. Shields to you, as well, and also Millennium Force channel. Alright? Just go through those channels and smash their bells. And while you're in the kitchen, go get your favorite snacks like popsicle, or summer snacks like popsicle, chips, munchies, snacks, candies, and candy bars, and because it's gonna be a juicy story time. All right. Well, today, I did Cedar Point trip back Wednesday, which is like a few days ago, because it was my birthday weekend, to do. So I decided I'd just drive an hour and a half to Cedar Point, from where I live at. Alright? Cedar Point, they got like great rides, in Sandusky, Ohio, if you're in Ohio area. And also, like, great rides like Millennium Force, Top Thrill Dragster, Raptor, Gatekeeper, Valraven, Rougarou, Maverick, and all the stuff. All the good rides out there. Alright? So I decided I went out to Cedar Point. Like I did last year, let's do last year's video. Okay, ever since last year I said, okay, I decided to celebrate my birthday at Cedar Point in 2018 for the first time here. And when I got to Cedar Point, man, it was awesome. And because I look all over the park, because the first ride I experienced going on is the Raptor. Raptor is a B&M invert that built in 1994, with 6 inversions. And it's located right, south side of front of the park entrance, as well too. And also, as well as that, I said okay, because I decided that I want to take a ride on the Raptor. And the line was so long. I remember waiting 2 hours in line, because the Raptor was like 137 feet with speed of 57 miles per hour. Yeah, you have to go through the station and climb up the stairs. Get up to the to the platform. Where the station platform is in the queue line, and you choose 8 rows. It's got 8 rows with 4-seat crossing. Ski lift style seats with the shoulder harness and lap belts in between your legs, as well as that. So I decided that I'd try the regular seat. Without them extended seatbelts, to see if the seatbelt would have go in on that one. Well, and this person, I don't want to give no names out. We're gonna call him KFC. KFC told me that he's out, sir. Move on over to another seat because them extended seatbelts are way better for you. I guess he didn't have the nerve enough to that Raptor KFC. Didn't have nerve enough to get the push down the harness in the regular seatbelt, so that's why I had to use them extended seatbelts. It's those double belts. Double belts as you pull down the horse collar, and those double belts, by B&M. So I had to use those, and they're plenty of room, and it's kind of loose too, as I rode it too. But it was all right. It was all fine. So yeah, I took a ride on the Raptor. Yeah, the 2-minute ride on the Raptor, and it was awesome, and I liked it. Raptor, best invert coaster in Ohio, in Sandusky, Ohio as well. So I give that 5 stars as well. Alright, and also I did Raptor this year this year Wednesday, and I had to use the bigger seat. Same thing. Instead of using a regular seatbelt, a regular seatbelt is like about this short. It's about this short here that gets to here, but this dude, we're gonna call him, this rapper, we're gonna call him Connor. Connor says, well, let's switch you to another seat, alright? I just don't want you to get too uncomfortable. So I did. Switch it, because all I have on is those thin shorts and compression shirts on these rides as well. And also, as well as on Rougarou at Cedar Point, is the floorless coaster that used to be a Mantis, been built since 1996. 140 feet with 60 miles per hour with 4 inversions, vertical loop, high dive loop, the side loop, and a corkscrew as well. Used to be a stand-up coaster, but they converted to a floorless coaster in 2015. And I rode in 2017, and I rode it last year and past Wednesday as well. Yeah, the floorless coaster. And the restraints are the same like the ones on Raptor at Cedar Point. You know, B&M shoulder restraints. And they got bigger seats, rows 3 and 4. So I was in row 3, right? I tried to get into the regular seat. You know, this is in 2017. You know, again, and this dude, we're gonna call him Richard. Operator, Richard says, "Sir, I need you to sit in this other seat over here because it got longer belts." So I had to move to another seat. You know, to use those bigger seats. Them extended seat belts. You know, for that Rougarou. As well, too. It's a little head banging, but not as much. As well. And also on, ever since, you know, last year, we're going to call him No. Last year, this old operator, we're going to call him No. No, give me a push on Rougarou because those are my shoulders, yeah. Shoulders, you know, get that regular seatbelt in instead of using them extended seatbelt. Yep, I got it in there. Yep, I got it in as well. And I was good to go. Yeah, it was tight, but I was alright on that. On Rougarou last year. And also this year, no, and I did Rougarou again this year on Wednesday. The floorless coaster. Yeah. You know, and then we're going to call this dude, this rapper dude, Jamel. Jamel, decided to, well, he was not going to give me a hard push, so I had to switch it to another seat. Row 3. As well, too. On an extended safety belt. Yeah, but ride's still alright, and it still feels the same as I rode it, too. And all. Alright, so. And then also on Gatekeeper, that's the B&M Wing coaster. That's been built since the year 2013. Man, like if you want to be like a, sort of like an eagle. You know, I decided I want to soar like an eagle on Gatekeeper. The Gatekeeper is awesome. Because I sit in the test seat, you know, the Gatekeeper, and the operator stands up and get in. It's got them seatbelts connected. Either one, the shorter one is about this short, you know, as you pull down a horse car and a seatbelt, and it's about that long, yeah. And then this dude said, "Okay, you're good, row 4," but now they got bigger seats in rows 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, on the inside of the wing. You know, if you're on the right side, there are them 2 seats on the right side and 2 seats on the left side. You know, entirely, you know, have extended seat belts. So that's why I had to use the red seat belt. The orange one is the shorter ones. Yeah, I tried to get that in there back Wednesday. So the lady told me I had to switch into another seat. You know, the extended seat belt. And it do went in. Because it's got the vest-shaped harness. You know, vest shape right here. You have to, don't worry about having head banging. Nothing. Yeah, it's real. It's kind of like, well, narrow, but you know, it's good. But Gatekeeper, yeah, I enjoy that one. You know, the Gatekeeper, the wing coaster. Like when I go back in a couple weeks, you know, I'm gonna go on the left side of the Gatekeeper at Cedar Point, and that was fun, and all as well too, and also. Valraven. That's another B&M dive coaster, and that's the one that takes you up, you know, up to 223 feet, all the way up to the top, and then you'll be going around, and then you'll be facing down for like 4 seconds, and then it drop you. That that dive hill to 72 miles, 75 miles per hour. Take you upside down 3 times. And that's it. And that's awesome. The restraints are the same like the ones on Gatekeeper. You know, it has the V-shaped harness, and you have to hold like this. You know, bar here, same thing. With a seatbelt, and you know, and then I had to use the extended seatbelt, the red one, you know, in the second row. Seat number 3 and 6 have in the second row. And first row has seat number 5, and the back row has seat number 5. The red seat, but the rest of them like orange or yellow. You know, safety belts. Man, I rode that one, and so is the other rides too, like you know, like everything as well. You know, all B&M coasters I rode, and as well in Sandusky, Ohio. All right, that wraps it up for this one. Okay, the next story time is going to be about, this is what we call experiencing fitting on Millennium Force at Cedar Point. Millennium Force is a 310 feet Intamin Giga coaster that built since the year 2000 with 92 miles per hour speed with 0 inversions. Like you go up on that steep hill like you're on a skateboard stuff. Man. Yeah. And it takes you around almost through the entire park. That Millennium Force, you know, take you straight out of the station with that techno sound. And it takes you straight up like this, the 310 feet. Man, it feels like you're gonna fall out of your seat when you're going down that first drop of that 310 feet, you know, hill of 92 miles per hour. You know, it has a sinking feeling stomach on that park. And then a large curved bank turns and helix turns under the tunnel in the hill, and then another large curved bank turns on that side. Another large curved bank, you know, turns on the side, and then back up in this tall hill, 188 feet, I think. Then back into the station, and a little hop, you know, you get airtime, you know, flip out of your seat, and all. And then that Millennium is, well, it's a fast speed and another crazy turns before it comes back into the station. And does have 3 trains. That's that blueberry coaster. You know, experiencing deep. That's what we call it. I'm gonna call it a blueberry because the track is blue and silver supports. Man, I decided that last year, I decided that I'm gonna see if I'm gonna fit on the Millennium Force. Right, as I got into the test seat, right? Because they have a test seat on every ride to see if you'll fit. I sit in the test seat, you know, and it has a seat belt. Those Intamin style seat belts, the black ones. And it has like a tip on there with the red handle, with a red strap on there. And it has like a tip, no, see if this would latch in, because all I was wearing thin shorts, right? I had to pull. And yeah, and then I thought I wouldn't fit, because when I move around, the seatbelt did latch in. You know, I got to click in. And this dude told me, well, you're fine. And then I decided to go on the actual ride. As I got into the actual ride, right? Let's play row 6 or 7. When I first ride Millennium Force, row 7, right? Man, my knee was like in that metal thing. As I tried getting on, when I put the seatbelt in, because the ride operators were coming and check you around to see if it's going to fit you. It will help you get the seatbelt in that yellow T-bar. So what he did is, you know, that dude said, I got you. And then he pulled. No, pull the seatbelt, and because the seatbelt seemed to be shorter than the ones on the test seat. And I was able to click in. I was able to ride it, you know, thank goodness. And that T-bar, this person forgot to put the T-bar half all the way in, so I have to punch it to get it in there and make sure it stayed in there. And it still moved in, yeah. And then as I experienced on that Millennium Force, I thought I was going to fall off. But it didn't. Yeah, but Millennium Force is fun and all. You know, I like it. You know, I took a ride a few times on it. And then I rode it Wednesday, too. In the second row on the blue train. And it still feels the same as I ride Millennium Force, right? And this time here, it was awesome until I wrote a couple times, you know, last year until I upchuck. Now that's embarrassing. You know what I did? I had a shirt, right? No shirt, you know, because you can't put stuff around in your locker, right? You can't put stuff around but your locker and stuff. But I stuffed it shirt in there because, you know. And then what I did is I covered shirt like this and stuff going through it. After I wrote it, yeah, and stuff. Man, that part was so embarrassing that I upchucked on the Millennium Force. And all. Man, that was last embarrassing. But this year I didn't throw up on Millennium Force one bit. Because I was fine and I was okay on that. As well. Well, I said, and then also, okay, I said I will be back, you know, Cedar Point again in 2 weeks, you know, to go back on that Millennium since it's the summer. That's all, okay? So, that's going to wrap it up for today's video, okay? And also, I'd like to wish everybody a happy, safe Memorial Day weekend, and be careful wherever you be at, like barbecues and stuff. And all. And also, if you like this video, please leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, smash that notification bell. Until I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye y'all.